First run out with my new Hero 8 GoPro. These are my first impressions. So some of the features I'm talking about are probably old news, but they're new to me. I've got mine mounted upside down under the peak so you can use the shutter button. Under the peak you can see the red light flashing, hear the beeps, and even see the screen angle adjust. The GoPro quick capture feature is brilliant. It turns the camera on and off and starts recording with one button. It's an awesome feature, just be aware of the 3 to 5 second lag to start the recording, and the button can be a little bit hard to press. You've got to get it perfect with your gloves on. Voice activation, a great idea, great feature when there's no ambient noise and no engine running. When you've got that two-stroke purring, forget about it. It doesn't work. Maybe that, or it just doesn't understand me anymore. Don't forget to lock the orientation or you'll end up with shots like these. Once you've got all your settings sorted, make sure you lock the screen so you don't accidentally change all the settings with your gloves on. The new flip up mounting tabs also feel a little bit weak. We'll see how they go over time, but GoPro do sell them. They can be replaced for $30 and it's just a couple of screws. The battery life is much shorter than my old camera, but I'm guessing with the stabilization it's doing a lot more work. If you use continuous recording, then it's going to take about 1.5 hours to drain the battery. So the Hero 8 uses the new H.265 codec, which is the higher compression rates for the smaller files with great quality. The downside is the editing software does struggle with this codec, so I've had to use the proxy method of editing. I won't go into detail, there's plenty more out there on the internet of how to do it, but for all you editors out there, you can utilize the LRV files that GoPro create with the full resolution. So you edit using the low resolution files and then render using the full resolution files. It comes out perfect. As you can see, I'm not riding fast enough to test out the wind noise, but other YouTubers have reported good results, which has plagued a lot of action cameras in the past. Here's Ben jumping over the triple log. What's the time, mate? Oh, it's not even 10 o'clock. Come on. Let me give you a hand with that. That's better. The audio is really good. Picks up people from like 5 meters away. Here's Ben giving me the safety brief on the little waterfall step up that we do.
You always do the look up test to see if the chopper can winch you out.
All of these clips were filmed with Super View and stabilization on high. The boost button for the stabilization is not available on Super View, but there's not really much need to use it. The results are smooth as you can see. Check out this clip, show you the difference between my old drift non-stabilized camera and this one. Crazy, night and day. I doubt very much there will be any non-stabilized action cameras in the market soon. No one's going to buy them. Here we have Ben showing off his flatty, the tyre. This is slowed down to 20% on a 60 frames a second clip. Still pretty smooth. The camera obviously does much higher frame rates for slow-mos, but it's good to know that when you're just filming using 60 frames a second, that you can slow it down and it still looks half decent.
Oh, anyone for tea?
Don't forget to keep the lens dry on wet days or you'll spoil the show-off shots like this. Now I had to decide whether to buy the 7 or the 8. I was worried about the 8 mainly due to the lack of replacement lens. They say it's super strong and scratch resistant, so I did go with the 8 and I bought the GoPro Plus package, which is about $5 a month, and that will give you up to 2 replacement GoPros per year for a fee on an exchange basis. So it's like an insurance. It also gives you 50% off accessories, and I've bought a few accessories, mounts, tripod, etc., and it's already paid for itself for the year. So I think I'll just take it out for the first year and cancel depending on how the lens holds up. Colours are pretty flat from the raw output, but with a few clicks in post-production you can bump them up. And if it's all the same type of footage, you can have a preset and just apply it to the whole lot. I've always avoided GoPro because they were so bulky, and because of this you couldn't fit it under the peak very well. Now they have ditched the need for the mounting case. It makes it a little bit smaller so it doesn't get into your view as much when riding. I also have the chin mounts ready to be tested to compare. This is my first GoPro. I've always had the Drift series of cameras, but the lack of stabilization has left them behind, so it's GoPro for me. On this clip I've zoomed in 200% at 1080p just to show you the quality drop and to see Brucey headbutting the tree stump. So overall this GoPro Hero 8 is just unbelievable. The image stabilization is pretty much gimbal-like. I got drones and it's not far off the quality of them. Sometimes it does make you look like you're riding on a zip line, but it's perfect for filming when you're following someone because you're not concentrating on what the filmer's doing but what the subject is doing. So let us know in the comments what you guys think of this GoPro Hero 8. Is it the best one yet? Is there anything wrong with this camera? We'll see you on the next video.